Namaste, good morning to you. It's lovely to connect with you today. My name is Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to share some guidance for Tuesday and Wednesday. So I trust that you're well, and I trust that this connection stays. It's freezing out here. We've had a snowy, cold southerly front move through, so it's about 4 degrees out here, and no snow settles here because we're pretty close to sea level, but there's certainly snow in the highlands. Can feel that. So I trust that you're happy and well and things are flowing well for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. A big extra special welcome to our Temple of Balance patrons, our Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. I'm looking forward to sending out and completing and sending out the rewards for our patrons today or tomorrow, so thank you. Good morning, Doris and Rachel and Donna and Sally. Lovely to see you all. Andrea's here from Georgia in the United States. Hi, Sandy and Lisa. Namaste. Maureen's here as well. And Erica. Lovely to see you all. We've got Claudia says namaste. Namaste to you. Maria's here from Argentina. Good morning, Antonio. And Andrea. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I trimmed my hair the other day. Good morning, Chelsea and Marge. Lovely to see you all. Fawn's here. Hi, Fawn. And Annette. So, welcome. Thanks, everyone, for joining me. If you're new to watching, welcome. What I'm going to be doing is using my Speed of Light Oracle cards, and I'm going to be pulling one card for Tuesday, one card for Wednesday, and one card for the theme for Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'm not doing personal requests for guidance here today. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason, and I trust that something shared is helpful and supportive for you today. Just take on board what feels right and what resonates, what makes sense to you, and let the rest go. And let's allow ourselves to be surprised. So I'm here with no expectations, and I encourage you to be here with no expectations, and we will see what happens and what comes up. I think that's all I really need to say, so let's just get straight into it. If it's not Tuesday for you yet, just think of this as some guidance in advance for you to come back to on your Tuesday if you want to. So take a nice deep breath, and I'm now looking for the best card for Tuesday, the 5th of September. So Tuesday, the 5th of September. And I'm going to go with this card for Tuesday, which is here. Spirit Bird, card 37. This is a nice one to get for Tuesday. And the key words here say heart, song, joy, excitement, and motivation. That wind is cold. So this is bringing forward a sense of joy for us on Tuesday, but this joy comes from our heart. And if this is something that some of us, or perhaps you have not been really feeling much joy or happiness lately, then this is a potential energy, a support that's coming through to help you tap into a sense of joy and happiness at the level that you're ready to embrace it at. For those of us who have been working really hard to stay in our heart and really anchor ourselves and reside more from our heart space, we may have been feeling a momentum of growth and a building up of living and being in that space of joy from our heart. So it's very favourable to reconnect with that on Tuesday, especially if we disconnected a little bit on Monday or over the weekend. So just know and feel that sense of joy that's rising up from your heart. This is not something that this is something that I feel is important to experience and feel as best as we can. Not something we just think would be nice or talk about it as if it's something that we never really have, but something that we can actually feel. So I guess my challenge or my my challenge perhaps to you for Tuesday is to see how you can really connect in and tap into a sense of joy and happiness within that you can actually feel and experience in your body and in your life, even if it's only for a minute on your day on Tuesday, so that you can tap into it and feel the realness and the organic nature of joy and happiness, and not as a fleeting thing that you just think would be nice and everyone else has it but you. See if you can make it more real than that and really start to feel it. So you'll need to take steps to do that. It's all right for me to sit here and talk about it, but if you want to really feel it in your body and in your life, then it's something you'll have to make an effort to welcome, if you like. So what you could do depends on a lot of different things, but a couple of suggestions that are coming to mind are to be aware of your thinking, because your thoughts can hold you in a space of lack, whether it's a space of lack of finances or lack of joy or a lack of anything. So your mind will hold a barrier to that. It will keep those gates closed on the joy, the potential that's available to you within. So think about or be aware of what's going on in your mind and make sure your thoughts aren't limiting you to this experience that wants to come in and be really organically felt, that joy there. You can also perhaps do some journal writing and write about what's holding you back at this time, what's stopping you from feeling the joy, and just be careful that you're not finger pointing or looking externally from yourself. So it will be quite natural to begin with to start blaming other people or situations or your past for your state of unhappiness. But if you can get that out of the way and then start looking inward and looking at how you can claim responsibility for how you feel, and if you choose that you want to start experiencing more joy and happiness in your life, that you can take responsibility for that as well and start taking more active steps to moving into that space. So joy and happiness are really favourable around for Tuesday. Lots of motivational energy as well, so we might feel motivated to proceed on something or take something to the next level, take some action on our goal or our dream or our desire for the future perhaps. So beautiful energy. Allow your heart to sing your beautiful heart song. And you know, music's been a great comfort and space of connection. It always is, but especially these last few days. So if you have some special music that really touches your heart, that may be a great thing for you to connect with, to help you tap in to your heart and break down those barriers and feel a sense of joy that's available to you. So I trust that makes sense and is supportive for your Tuesday. Now let's look for the best card for Wednesday, the 6th of September. Wow, my eyes are glassing over. It is really quite cold. So let's get these two cards pulled so I can go inside where it's warm. So I'm looking for the best card for Wednesday, the 6th of September, which I trust is this card here, which is our good old friend, Filters again. Card 26, Filters. The keywords say beliefs, cancel, delete, clarity and awareness. This card's come up a few times in the last week or so, and it talks about Wednesday being favourable to look at clearing our filters and the things that are blocking or distorting how we're seeing things in our world or people in our world or what's going on in our life. So our filters are usually blocked based on our past and things that have happened in our past, or limiting thoughts and beliefs as well that we've been taught. I feel a belief is something that someone else has taught us or told us that we've believed to be true, but beliefs to me, from my experience, don't have that our own experience attached to them. So it's something we might parrot off or something we might believe based on what someone else has told us, perhaps that we've looked up to or someone in our past. Whereas a truth, to me, is something that we've discovered for ourselves and is something that's ever growing. A belief is rigid and stuck and stays in the same place and is somewhat limiting. And our truth, to me, will grow and expand as we grow and expand. Some people say that your truths are a truth and then they don't change. But from my experience, I've noticed that my truths, I guess, continue to grow and expand as I grow and expand in my own being. So as I become a better version of myself, I start looking at things that limit me more. And if a truth that I believed or felt to be true for me doesn't resonate anymore, then I will let that go or allow it to evolve into a newer, more appropriate version of that truth that resonates with me. So my truths are always changing. My beliefs are stuck and rigid. So I always am looking at clearing my beliefs, because I do feel they limit and distort what's really going on and what, for me, what I'm seeing playing out in my life. So we have to be a little bit careful sometimes, or a little bit, not careful maybe, but just aware that there are things within our own mind and our own beliefs and our own approach and our own attitude and way that do block and distort what's really going on and what's really playing out in our life. So that might be especially important for us on Wednesday, or for some of us on Wednesday. So let's look at being as clear as we can and clearing as much of our limitations as we can. So for me to do that, I just be in a state of mind and a willingness to let go of everything that's holding me back, including my limitations and my beliefs, because I want to go about my day as clear as I can be, as filter free or as filter clear as possible, if you like. That's something that's important to me. So I feel Wednesday is about clearing our filters, clearing and breaking away our limitations, but also being aware and seeking clarity. Not that I like that word seeking much, but allowing clarity perhaps to come to us might be a better way to see that. So trusting the law of attraction and allowing clarity to come, especially if we've been feeling indecisive or muddy or restless or unclear lately or unconfident lately, to allow clarity to find its way to us so we can make a clear decision or go forward or proceed with clarity. So I trust that makes some sense. That's the guidance for Wednesday. So let's grab these cards and now look for the best card for the theme for Tuesday and Wednesday. So the theme card I think of as the common thread that helps us see the bigger picture of these particular days, which is Tuesday and Wednesday. So let's have a look and see what the theme is once I get to the right card. I trust you well. Thank you so much for your comments. I will read them all when I get back onto my computer in just a few minutes. Okay, so the best card for the theme, I trust, is this here. And we've got card 23 called Reception. Oh, I did it again. It's called Overlapping Worlds. As I said before, sometimes I call the card, there's one or two cards in this deck that I had a different title for when I was creating them, and then I changed the title when I was fine-tuning the cards. So this card I always tend to go with that other title, but it's called Overlapping Worlds. And the sun's coming out, it's beautiful. It's still cold, but it is beautiful. The key words for this card say reception, senses, beacon, frequency, and veil. This talks about still being in between things. It talks about still being sort of the door hasn't fully closed yet, but the new door hasn't fully opened yet either. So we're kind of in that messy, uncomfortable, restless time of transition, I like to call it. It's the transitional period where you're kind of neither here nor there. The door hasn't fully closed, the door hasn't fully opened, and change is not quite here, but it's sort of coming. It reminds me of that time when we're preparing to move house and we have the date set for our move, and we've got to pack and transition out from the old house and into the new house, and that really kind of restless sort of time where our senses are ultra high. We're on high alert with our senses, so we're quite sensitive to light, to sound, to touch, to taste even, or smells. So we can be quite hypersensitive during that transitional time. So basically what's important for us to know with this energy that's coming through as the theme for Tuesday and Wednesday is that we are still in transition, we are still going through a time of change, that we do perhaps still need to close some doors in our life, or detach, or let some cords go from our past. Based on what I've seen of the cards already, I feel that releasing cords that are limiting us, and old beliefs and things that are holding us back from stepping forward into our full joy and real happiness in our life may be important to consider over Tuesday and Wednesday. So once we're aware of what our limitations are and what's holding us back from that space of joy, or that lack mindset that we may be in, once we're aware of these things, then we can take steps during this transitional period to cut ties, to release, to let go. And just by being willing to do that is already the first step, really, and the important step. Actually, the first step's being aware. So letting go and the willingness to release is really important. So how you do that will be a personal thing, and there's so many different ways you can do it. By just being willing to let go is a great place to start. So cut those cords that are holding you back, that are tying you back to the past, so those doors can close. Free yourself up so that you are in a position to step forward into what's calling you, because a lot of us are feeling this call in our heart, and even though we might feel this calling for months or even years down the track, we're still feeling this call from our heart. Our soul is calling us forward. So this is a really important moment and a really important time to cut these cords and to free ourselves from the past and to let the stuff go that's been holding us back, and claim full responsibility for how we feel, so that we can really get our heels, our feet firmly into our life again. Instead of feeling like we're floating around or not really sure what we're doing, let's get into our life. Let's embrace it, and let's make a decision to do that today and now, instead of waiting. Yes, we might be waiting for a date to come. We might be waiting for some change to arrive in a few months or a few years. We may be feeling that pull, but really the power is in this moment. So it's up to us now to free ourselves, and it's up to us now to further embrace ourselves and make the most of these moments that are so precious and that are available to us now. So even though we might be kind of pulled into the future a bit, and we might be thinking about what we have to let go of the past, it's in this moment where the potential really exists. So let's tap into it now as best as we can, so we don't waste any moment or any day or any week or any month or any year, and we don't look back with regret, but we start to make new decisions and choices for our life and the potential that these moments have now. So now is where the true power exists. So take a deep breath, connect in with your heart, and feel the full power that's available to you now, that's here within your heart, within your mind, within this position that you're in now. So now is where it is, no matter how transitional or how back and forth or restless we're feeling right now. So be in that space and embrace what's available to you now. You are a beacon of light. Even if you're feeling like your light is dim, your light may be brighter than you realise. So I'm going to leave that with you. Thanks so much for connecting today. These cards are my Speed of Light Oracle cards, which have been completely created by me. If you'd like to add them to your collection or learn more about them, just have a look on my website at templeofbalance.com.au. We've got our drumming circle, our online drumming circle tomorrow in about 24 hours from now. If you'd like to join me for some drumming, please have a look on my website where you can register, or I really recommend you consider becoming a Pillar of Light family member, because the drumming circle is a part of that, and it's a great support. And if you resonate with the way I share guidance and the way I support you, then you may really love the support that's available being in our Pillar of Light family. So have a look if you're inspired to. Just have a look on my website, you'll find it. And if you can't find it, just let me know. I will point you in the right direction. This Saturday, the 9th of September, it's the 9th of the 9th, of Power Day, is our next public healing event, which will be happening right here on our page. I still don't know the time yet, because it is a weekend, so I don't know what's going on with my children on that day at this stage. But in the next couple of days, I'll let you know of the time that I'll be doing and hosting that healing event. So hopefully you can join me. Have a fantastic Tuesday and Wednesday. I look forward to connecting with you again soon, perhaps on Thursday. Take care of yourself. Do your best to tap into that joy as best as you can, but really feel it. And if you don't feel it, be honest about it. If you're trying to feel joy and happiness and you're not really feeling it in your body, and you're not genuinely feeling it, then be honest about that you're not really feeling it, because it's that honesty that's going to help you shift the barriers and the blockades that you've got up, to help you tap into it in a real way. So be really honest about how you're feeling. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you'd like to connect more privately, just send us a message through our website. I think that's all I really need to say. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here, and I'm ever so grateful for your support and that you get something out of these videos. So thank you so much for all of your beautiful comments all of the time. They always touch my heart, so thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm feeling really emotional now. So thank you, sending you lots of love from my heart to yours. Thank you so much for being you, and I trust that you really can feel, even a small amount, the power that you have available to you now, and how much you are loved. Thank you so much for being who you are. Namaste. Namaste means that the divine, the creator within me, honors the divine, the creator within you, that we are one. Thank you. Namaste.